If you create perfect space that doesn't even exist in between the bag and the potato chip, that means you have a whole bag of potato chips.
Yeah, but the point is that that's impossible. You can't do that.
Why can't you?
Technically,
Why can you not do that?
Let's say in this scenario that it's possible. Let's say in this scenario that it's possible.
Like to the little kid who's like, how does God exist? And you're like, God exists everywhere, bro. It's impossible. There's a place he doesn't exist.
But we're talking about science, not religion. So, okay.
Yeah, and you're using your little fucking fake science to try to prove my real science wrong.
That's not radio. Who said your science was real, bruh?
Honestly, I
said your God is fake.
Here's my. Let me say my. It's my turn. It's my turn. My turn. All right.
Let Sugma talk.
Okay, I think
he has to talk.
The bag of chips, by the definition, is interesting because, like, what defines a full?
That's
bag
ontology. That's ontology.
Shut up. What the fuck defines a full bag of something? Could I have a full bag of air? Could I have a full bag of nothing?
Vinesauce made a video about this, I think. No, Vsauce. Ontology.
So
what makes a chair a chair?
Technically, having one chip in a bag technically means it's a bag of chips. And even if it's
fucking cavemen rediscover philosophy through the bag of potato chips argument.
If it's full, if it's technically full, because it is in theory full. And like, we don't even know if the chips are full unless you look into the chips, right? So
exactly.
That means it's technically always full and always empty.
No, yes, but no.
Yes, it's like quantum. If I want to do a barrier argument, it's like a quantum superposition between full and empty.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like the hamburger argument with the hamburger and the buns and the meat. It's exactly what we're talking about. We're on the same page now.
Yeah, so that means a bag of chips.
The fact I had to dumb myself down to get on the same page as you was astonishing.
So does that mean
the fact that I have to dumb myself down to understand your science?
Okay, wait.
The bag is never full, but it is always empty. Not empty. Empty means it's nothing. We're talking about a bag of chips.
It's always the bag of chips is always in a medium of
if the bag of chips was empty, then there wouldn't be a bag.
It's fucking horrible.
Oh, is it? Okay, wait. I have some math stuff. I remember something. You know where it's like a line. You know, it's like a curve and it's like an arc on like a T graph where it's like numbers, and it's like points, and it'll never reach X or something like that. It'll never reach the Y coordinate.
It's a limit. It's a limit. A limit.
The bag of chips will never reach the X coordinate of being full. So that means the bag of chips is always gonna
rediscovering calculus through the fucking bag.
You recycled that joke. You recycled that joke.
Yeah, yes, I know I did because it still applies. You're like rediscovering the whole entire branch of philosophy, mathematics, and science through bags of chips.
Your point in quotation marks is that yes, you can have a full bag of chips, but we're talking about what you would have to do.
No, you cannot have a bag of chips.
I already said what you would have to do to get that full bag of potato chips.
Because it's like there's always gonna be like dark energy that like pushes away no matter what, right?
What? You're fucking bringing in universal expansion into the bag of potato chip theory?
Because the universe is always expanding, so the bag of chips is technically always expanding, so the bag of chips is always gonna be empty. I'm correct. Shut up.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Barrier. Wait, so that means if there's an infinite space in between it, why can't that space be infinitely expanding outwards? Because the universe is doing that.
It's expanding.
It might be infinitely, but in an infinitely small level, like the half of a race car thing.
The bag of chips is expanding at the same rate as the universe.
But you see, Barrier, if there are an infinite amount of those, how could you cross them? By using infinite energy? That's not how physics works.
Well, we just can't cross the universe because the universe expands at the speed of light, right? So we're expanding with the universe, right?
Okay, you said to reach infinite energy, you would, if there was infinite space, you would need infinite energy. I'm not talking about infinite space. I'm talking about infinite,
I'm talking about between those infinite points of space that have infinite spaces in between them. You would require infinite energy to cross them, and that does not exist.
Let me respond to this. Let's say you have one, and that's the energy. It's like all the infinite energy. So let's say that's all the energy, and then you have the space or the energy required to do that. That's one. And then you have the space itself. Let's say, obviously it's not really accurate number. Let's say 0.5 is the space. So you need more space to go smaller. So let's say you cut that in half. Or,
oh my god. Oh my god, it's the ancient Greek. It's the ancient Greek raceway.
Because it's true. It's true.
Wait. What the fuck are we talking about now? I just looked at
he's trying to say if you start from 0.5, right, and try to get to 1 by going to 0.75 and then to 0.875, like continuing halves, will you ever get to 1?
No, you won't.
You cannot. It's infinite. That's how the universe
exactly.
works.
So you can never get to the infinite energy because you will never need it.
I'm arguing with Socrates of fucking Athens. Oh my god.
You calling me Socrates is a compliment.
What the fuck? Yeah, and Socrates thought the Earth was flat.
Yeah, but Socrates is a cool ass name, dude.
Did you just say the Earth was flat,
Socrates is a cool ass name. I'm gonna give you that.
Who just said the Earth was flat? Because you need to leave the debate.
Socrates believed that the Earth was flat.
Like okay, well, I don't believe in Socrates
at that time.
Okay, but like, what the fuck? I'm still talking.
You don't believe in Socrates?
I believe in Socrates existing, but I don't believe what he said being true. It's just not.
Okay, my bad. When you talk about the fucking expansion of the universe,
like
the fucking the expansion of the universe.
My only point, my single point, no other point in a single conversation. My only point was to say it is impossible.
That's what I agree with you. I am agreeing with you.
So you agree with me? So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is impossible to have
somebody here
falling out.
It is impossible to have a full bag of potato chips because it like expands and then everything expands and then the space and the
I
potato
don't agree
chips
with that. That's not my point of view. I don't. That's not the reasoning I had, but I guess.
Thank you for that, Dragon.
Alright guys, so
okay, so Hennessy.
I don't want to play it.
It's a 2v1, which means we win the debate.
No, I'm not on your team. To be fair, I'm not on your team.
You just said I was right. You just said I was right.
I'm a medium because I agree with Hennessy more on like the logistics.
Then why did you say I was right?
Because your idea was right, but Hennessy makes more sense when he talks.
So you're saying I'm wrong?
Yes, kind of. I don't know.
Then why did you say you agreed with me?
I joined this conversation a little late. What's happening?
We're talking about it's impossible to fill a bag of chips. Because it is impossible to fill 100% a bag of chips. You can never have a full bag of chips.
Well, I mean,
also,
it sounds like you got like a whole ass computer desktop inside your mouth.
What? What did you say?
I think we figured out the answer, right?
What is the answer?
Ships because they fill
I
with
got the
inert
answer.
gas that the
This is the
ships don't
answer,
break
right?
under pressure.
This is the answer we've been waiting for.
What is the answer?
So basically,
the universe is the bag. That means it's not full, right? Because if we're the chips,
but that means everything can be a bag.
Like,
yeah, what Hennessy's saying. So
philosophy,
everything is a bag. So that means everything is infinite and
I'd
big and
travel
small
through
at the
time to play
same time.
TF2 to argue this
does not make you right, bro.
No, the bag of chips is life, and we're the chips.
I'm a living team. I will use everything I have.
We are the chips.
What do you guys
I'm not
think?
talking about Shrek is love, Shrek is life. I'm talking about the chips.
But think
about the
about
fact
it,
that the-
because life is
Bro, you're
empty,
making me hungry.
but we can make it full, so we're the bag, and life is the
No,
chips.
we're talking about the impossible chip theory.
Okay, wait, so basically what you're trying to tell me is that you came from the future to tell us about bag of chips?
Yeah.
No,
This is
Nice.
theory. This is some shit you just made up.
You should go on Dr. Phil. I think you do great there.
So the bag of chips is the
Man.
bag and the chips at the same time.
I'm
so
so
it's empty,
tired. I just want to eat
empty
food.
and full.
It's no, because it's not full.
Well, it can be full.
It was
and
never
empty.
full in the first place.
That's not true.
Yeah,
you can technically fill something to 100% capacity.
I disagree.
How do you disagree? You can technically.
How do I disagree?
It was pretty good.
Logistically,
What do you mean? How do I
can fill-
disagree?
Yeah, I can fill your mom up with 100% semen. Like I can fill anything up 100%.
No, you cannot, because there is space
I
in
doubt you
between my
produce that much,
mom
I'm sorry.
and there's space in between.
Where's my mom?
No, that's not
There's
true. I can
infinite
fill-
space between
I can
you
fill-
and my mom.
No, that's not true. I can instantly come to your mom because
Nothing
I
can truly collide because of force. There's
sorry,
always equal force against something touching.
That's not true. I can collide with your mom.
No, not
Like,
you
yes.
physically, but the force applied.
Physically, I'm
makes it-
colliding with your mom, and I'm filling her up.
It's an illusion, bro. It's an illusion, technically, because there's equal force pushed against you
Very
and
nice.
her, which makes it so that it is impossible to physically collide. Only the force you feel is the collision. There's
Which is
no
physical, which is kinetic energy, which is a physical thing colliding.
No, go figure.
Yes, the energy, but the energy is not
Energy is
the
physical.
figure it out,
Physical
so you can
matter,
figure it out.
energy is like correlated.
Yes,
E equals
but
MC
the
squared, something,
energy-
something.
the energy
that
is
means
not my mom.
energy of me fucking your mom
Shit.
is also real.
Why are you
yes,
here?
but no.
I beg
What do you mean yes but no? Okay,
My
am I right?
point is that-
No, this is a vote now. Am I right? Can I fuck? Can
I thought we were talking
physically
about
touch-
potato chips.
Well, this is the same thing. It's the same fucking object. That's something can
Yes, but can we go back to the potato chip talk, please? Because this makes me feel very insecure.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I beg
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I was just having some tomfoolery. All right.
I feel very threatened by you. I feel threatened by
Okay,
your...
so he said that energy isn't
Come back
mass
to
and
see
that
somebody feeling threatened.
kinetic energy isn't the same.
Hello there.
Yes.
See what I mean? So energy is mass and kineticism, and that means I can touch anything, and hence the 100. You can fill a bag of potato chips 100%. All right, I would. That makes sense. I'm the
stand
winner.
with
Drive for you.
You think I win, Rod Waffle? You
Bag
me?
of chips will
I
never
think you
be
win.
full. You can
That's
never
right.
eat a
That's what I
bag
like
of
to
chips
hear. That's what I like to hear.
fully, because there is
No, I
infinite
can fill
space
something
that
up.
just-
I can definitely fill something up to 100% capacity. That is.
Sogma 1.
No, you cannot. You cannot
Oh, you
fill
know
it
what? If I
100%
knew this was a
capacity.
conversation, I would've told you guys how I
Because there is
screwed up.
always something in
100%.
between.
That is something that's
There's
possible.
always something in between the
Wait,
chip
but
and the bag.
100% is by your feeble human estimation. And your feeble human
Aren't you
estimation
human
is
too,
saying
bro?
that something is not full.
By
So
my
how can we
calculation-
ever
Are you
know if it's
implying you're
truly
some
full or
demigod or
not?
something? Are you implying you're
No,
not
I'm
human?
not.
So,
I'm
the
not.
bag
I'm
of
human
chips
too.
is full
So
of
how
human
is your
mind.
argument any better
So
than mine?
The bag of chips is full and not full at the same time, depending on how you
No,
look at
it's
the
never
argument.
full.
No,
It was
depending
never
on how
full.
you look on the argument. It depends on if you count the emptiness as a part of the bag of chips, and then technically
It's
it can
not
be
a part of
full.
the bag of
But
chips
if you
because it's
count-
emptiness.
You count
It's not
no.
a shit.
You need
But you
the
can count the
nitrogen in the
emptiness
chips
as
to
the fucking
have them.
outside of the bag of chips, so that means
It's
the emptiness
not
could
because we're talking about
the
100%
Okay,
chip.
barrier.
We're talking
Chad
about the
brought up
chips.
a very